Ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna try to get the world's dirtiest engine and we're gonna try to make it look like brand new. This is by far the worst engine we've ever seen, the dirtiest engine in our lifetime.
Dirtiest engine bay ever! So by the end of this video, if that engine bay is not sparkling clean, one of you lucky viewers is going home with this AE86.
No, let's cut the last part out. Let's cut it out. Let's jump right into detailing this dirty engine bay.
So for this dirty job, we're gonna be using a couple of things. So we're gonna be using some brushes, some more brushes, and some stiffer bristles. And we're also gonna be using a couple of products. So we're gonna be using the double black, we're gonna be using super clean degreaser, and we're gonna be using two different a sprayer, and we're gonna be using a foam cannon, okay? Just a little bit of what we're gonna do with this job. We're gonna do a dry clean, and we're gonna do a wet clean. So what that means is, first, we're gonna try to suck up any kind of dirt, any kind of loose particles from the engine bay with the vacuum before we even hit it with anything wet, okay? So we're gonna do that dry clean first, and in that wet clean, we're gonna hit it first with this double black shampoo. We're gonna hit it with that, with the foam cannon, but we ain't wetting everything, okay? We're just wetting the sides with the engine bay covered, okay? Anytime we introduce water into the engine bay, it's gonna have to be with the engine covered. We're doing that because we don't want any water to be introduced into the spark plugs, okay? So the water has to be out of the spark plugs. That way we don't have any kind of issues with anything electrical. All right, I wanna give a quick little shout out to my mama, because all this stuff is from under the sink. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Mom, thank you. We'll pay you back someday. All right, guys, first things first, we gotta unplug the battery. We want no kind of electrical issues, any kind of electricity running through the circuit. So we're gonna go ahead and unplug both of them. Thing is real dirty. This thing, it has leaves, dust, dirt, dust bunnies, everything you can imagine is all in here, okay? So first things first, dry clean. So we're gonna get that vacuum and we're gonna be using a special tool. All right, so with this homemade rig, we're gonna be using these brushes to agitate the dirt, and with the vacuum, sucking it up with this. All right, guys, so before we introduce water into the engine bay, we're gonna use a trash bag to cover the engine. So we don't want any water seeping into where the spark plugs go. So to prevent that, we're using a trash bag. All right, guys, so we had a little bit of an issue with the pressure washer. So this foam cannon ideally would be the best scenario, but for now, we're gonna be using our handy backup from Griot's Garage. We're gonna try to keep the foam and the water away from the engine. So we're gonna start on the left and kind of work our way from front to back, okay? Kind of go around to the right. All right, so a lot of this dirt on the engine bay was actually pretty caked on there. So that's where this degreaser comes in. So the first part we did with the shampoo, that was actually just kind of to help any dirt that was stuck on there kind of wash off with the thickness of the soap. So this part is the one that matters most, okay? So this is gonna be where the degreasers go ahead and punches through the dirt and grease, okay? And this, my friends, is also good when you're brushing your teeth. This stuff will punch through that yellow grime and dirtiness in your teeth. You're welcome. All right, guys, so we're almost done with the cleaning process of this engine bay with the degreaser, and I'm feeling kind of lightheaded. Like I'm seeing two cameras, so I don't know what way to look.
It's this one right here, right?
Ah, thank you. We're almost done with the cleaning part though, so the next part that's gonna come after the cleaning part is the drying part.
All right, guys, and just like that, after we let the engine sit to dry up, this is what it looks like. We make sure that we dry everything up. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a microfiber cloth, and I'm gonna go ahead and go around the areas where perhaps we miss a little bit of dirt or we miss some grease or oil. Remember, the more dirt and grease that's on the rag, the better. Whenever we detail the engine, we put the conditioner or whatever product you're using, you want to make sure that you have at least the amount of dirt or grime or grease as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. Microfiber cloth. You guys can see right here, you have the cam gear showing. That's not supposed to be there. Whoever used to own this car was doing a poor job of keeping this thing together. Somebody was trying to mess with this timing, which sucks. All right, this is what I'm gonna be using, the Under Armour Original Protectant. Doesn't leave a bunch of grease behind. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on the engine bay, and I'm gonna spread it around with my brush. The brushes that I'll be using are these two right here. Small one, a little bit thicker. I'm gonna begin by spraying it and spraying it around with the brush, and I'm gonna let it sit there for a few minutes so that it can penetrate on the plastics, and after that we'll go from there. All right, so what I'm doing is, if I come across some dirt, I'm using this brush, and then when I finish wiping it, I'll take all the dirt off the brush and keep going. And that's a quick little tip that you guys can use. It works. All right, guys, so this is what the final product looks like. It's a big difference. It looks real clean. We're happy with the results. This is definitely one of the dirtiest engines I've ever seen in my lifetime, and now it looks spectacular. Actually, it looks worth looking at. If you guys have received any entertainment or value out of this video, go ahead and do us a favor and go hit the like and subscribe button. Also the bell notification, that way you guys can get all the new videos that are coming out, and you guys can be in tune with us. Thank you guys as always, and we'll see you on the next video.